Hi, this is Joe again with another video. And when I think this video, I was really planning to do a review of the 2017 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. I decided to scrap that idea and do a full-on rant on one of the announcers. Of course, I made references to this particular announcer and then do a full review on this guy. Today I'm doing a full video on him, a full rant on this guy. So we're going to get right on to it. And of course the announcer I'm talking about is the lead announcer for Fox Sports, which is Joe. You can't possibly suck enough buck. He is the worst sports announcer on this planet. He should be fired. He should be torn and feathered. He should be beheaded. Whatever. Nothing worse could be done to this guy. It would be satisfactory to me. This guy is nothing but a mother effing announcer. He can't die fast enough. He can't burn in hell fast enough. And he is the worst. The reason why I'm doing a rant on him is because of the fact that he is a fucking whiner. I have to say is he sucks. He's horrible. He makes my skin crawl. And I hate his fucking guts. I hate him. It can, like I said, it can die fast enough for me. Like I said, last night we had, which was Tuesday, July 11th. Last night we had the 87th All-Star baseball All-Star game, which was in Miami, and this is how shitty of an announcer Joe Buck is. He never once made the fact known throughout the game broadcast that this was the first ever baseball All-Star game held in the state of Florida. Which I knew about. Anybody who's a real diehard baseball fan knew about it. It was the first All-Star game in Florida. First All-Star game that the former Florida Marlins, now Miami Marlins, have a hosted an All-Star game. So it should be a much bigger and hyper thing. And all Joe Buck did all night long was whining and whining and whining. He sounded like Stupid Henny on the Fox News channel. He kept whining and whining and whining through the whole broadcast. But the first thing he was whining about was the fact that for the first time since 2002, the baseball All-Star game was reverted back to the way it should have been when it was conceived, and that's an exhibition game. Because from 2003 up to 2016, for about 14, 15 years, the All-Star game, the winning league in the All-Star game, that's what was divided between American League and the National League. And in the league that won the All-Star game, we had home field advantage in the World Series because of the disaster they had in 2002 when the 2002 All-Star game was held in Milwaukee, ended up in a tie because they ran out of players, and so they decided to make the game quote unquote mean something by having an All-Star game, have the winning league have the home field advantage in the World Series. So they had that, and it finally ended that stupid bit actually in 2016. So Joe Buck was whining over the fact that the game doesn't mean anything anymore. Well, fuck you, Buck. That's going to be the first fuck you in this video. Then what he was doing was he did. So he goes on. Oh, since this game don't mean anything, let's interview the players on the field as the game is going on. And I'm talking about in the dugout. I'm talking about players who have been taken out of the game. They'll be interviewed on the field. They were mic'd with an earpiece in the ear, listening to Joe Buck as the game was actually physically going on, which was a horrible, stupid idea. It's trying to make the game entertaining. If we're making the game entertaining, announce the fucking game instead of doing the stupid, idiotic crap. And what really pissed me off was when the seventh inning ended. The National League were retired in the bottom of the seventh inning, so they're naturally going top of the eighth. The Joe and the game was at 10:30 Eastern time at that point, and it was one of the top of the eight. So the game was going pretty well. I said it was because it was a low scoring game. The final score was a 2-1 final. The American League won, and so the game was moving pretty well. And I like fast moving games, no matter what sport it is. I always like it when the games move faster than they should be. But no matter what sport it is. But with Joe Buck, he was complaining the game was moving too fast for him. The reason why, because he can't say, oh, it's now 11 o'clock in the East and we're still playing the Super All-Star game. Alright, fuck you, Buck. If you don't like it, the pace of baseball, then quit fucking announcing this sport. Quit. Quit, you fucking asshole piece of shit announcer. Quit. If you don't like it, fuck you. Get out of the business of announcing games. If you don't like it, quit. Cause you're nothing but a 2-bit hack who you couldn't hold your father's microphone. You piece of shit. You piece of Fox Sports shit. That's what you are. And you're a stupid, arrogant motherfucker. That's exactly what you are, Joe Buck. That's exactly what you are. So fuck you, you piece of shit motherfucker. Now I feel better. Excuse my language, folks, but I have to get this crap out of my system. Right? And for him to whine that the game was going too fast. Because he can't say if the game had ended before 11 o'clock, which unfortunately it didn't. If the game had ended before 11 o'clock Eastern time, he would be complaining, oh, I can't believe the game ended under 3 hours. I can't believe it. And the reason why I'm calling him a piece of shit is because Joe Buck also is lead announcer for Fox Sports football NFL coverage. And in the last 10 years, he announced 2 Super Bowls that were the longest in terms of time in Super Bowl history, including the last one we had, which was Super Bowl 51. Super Bowl 51 went 3 hours and 55 minutes in real time. And the game started at 6:30 Eastern time and didn't end to 10:25 p.m. Eastern time. But he also announced the game I think it was 6 or 7 years ago. Another Super Bowl game. I forgot which, particularly the Super Bowl number or the 2 teams. Doesn't matter. But that game went 3 hours and 45 minutes. So he announced 2 games that was over 6 hours. Not over 6 hours, but over almost 8 hours of football just for those 2. That's for those 2 games. Almost 8 hours of football, and that's just 2 games, mind you. Not 2.5, not maybe 3 games, but 2 games lasting almost 4 hours, or 8 hours total if you watch the 2 games back to back. And Joe Buck never once ever complained that I can't believe it's still 10 o'clock in the Eastern time zone and we still playing Super Bowl 51. And he never once, and not only Joe Buck, but not one football announcer who announces football. Doesn't matter what network you listen, you watch a game on. Doesn't matter which announcers are doing the games. Not one of them ever complained about how long a football game goes, or the length in real time. I'm not just talking about this high scoring game. Usually, high scoring games usually take longer to play in football, but there's absolutely no excuse whatsoever for these football announcers not to complain about how long the football games go. And Joe Buck, fuck you, Joe Buck, and he never once complains about how long football games go. But when he announces baseball, it doesn't matter if it's the opening day of the baseball season in April, or an All-Star game, a playoff game, or a World Series game. He always complains about how long the game's going. He always complains, oh, it's now 10 o'clock in the East and we're only in the 7th inning. Or, oh, I can't believe we're in the 8th inning and it's only 10 o'clock in the East. I mean, he does that constantly. But he never complains about announcing a football game that takes 3.5 hours, and he doesn't complain about how long the games go. I never hear him once, or any other football announcer, I might add, so I'm not bring all the football announcers in, not just Joe Buck, complaining about how long football games go. I never hear it. That's why I hate the sport of football, because it takes forever. If people complain about baseball games taking forever, okay? You watch a football game and they take just as long, if not longer. Like the Super Bowl 51 is a perfect example. Longer than the average baseball game goes. Let's say your average baseball game goes 3 hours and 15 minutes. Your average football game takes at least 3.5 hours to play. No matter if it's college or the pros. Most of them take place average about 3 hours and 15 minutes. So where's the outrage from sports fans complaining about how long football games go? That's what pisses me off about sports fans in general. They always complain about one baseball taking forever, but they never ever once complain about how long a football game, a Super Bowl game goes. They never complain about how long it takes to play the final 2 minutes of a basketball game, no matter if it's college or the pros. They never do it. At least I'm the only one who has the nerve to complain about other sport. Complain about every sport. If you complain about baseball taking forever, why aren't you I'm talking about you diehard sports fans out there. Why can't you ever complain about football taking forever? You had a 4-hour Super Bowl, for Christ's sake. Why can't you complain about the stupid Super Bowl taking 4 hours, where if it's the 7th game of the World Series takes that long? And it took that long this year because you have a rain delay and it ended like 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever. You complain about that game. When the 7th game of the 2016 World Series, you complain about that game. But why can't you complain about a 3 hour and 55 minute Super Bowl? Why can't you have the damn balls to complain about it? I'm asking you guys, why can't you complain about it? That's what I want to know. And why can't any of you out there, or TV viewers like me, ever complain that the stupid football games screw up the Sunday night shows? That's why the shows like The Good Wife are no longer on the air, because the stupid football games delay the show by at least anywhere from 45 minutes to over an hour. Or some weeks it's like over an hour to watch a show that's normally supposed to be at 9 o'clock. It gets pushed back to like after 10 o'clock on Sunday night. Why don't you ever have the balls complaining about these television shows that are delayed anywhere from 45 minutes to over an hour because of football? You don't have that in baseball, do you? Your games that are pushed back at least over an hour because of a baseball game. You hear those complaints all the time. Because true, baseball games you don't have a 60 minutes after every Sunday night baseball game, or a 4 o'clock baseball game on a Sunday afternoon. You don't have it because it's usually on a local either cable network or a local channel in the various baseball markets across the country. So you really don't have network programs right after a baseball game because it's not usually on a major network, except maybe on a Saturday or something. But they don't broadcast, and it's usually in prime time. So it's not on, usually the worst night of television is Saturday night. So who cares if they can't postpone anything on Saturday night. But Joe Buck doesn't complain once about the Super Bowl, during Super Bowl, and you watch Super Bowl 51, as if it's on YouTube or if you have a video of it or whatever, a DVD. You never will hear, if you watch it, you never hear Joe Buck once complain about how long the game is going. It's 8:15 in the East, so it's not even halftime yet. He never did, but he complains about it constantly during baseball games. And that pisses me off. That's why Joe Buck does not deserve to have a job. That's why a lot of people hate Joe Buck, because he does these stupid, idiotic gimmicks, like talking to players on the field when they're actually on the field, not in the dugout, interviewing them, and he does a bit with the Stand Up to Cancer, because Major League Baseball is a sponsor for Stand Up to Cancer. So during the fifth inning, all the players stop for about 5 minutes. He doesn't complain about that. The game was stopped for 5 minutes for doing this. But true, it's an exhibition game. True, the game doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't play the home field advantage in the World Series. But, it's nice to have them, they halt the game for 5 minutes during the stand, where all the players and all the fans stand with this little sign saying "Stand Up to Cancer" signs, which is a fine charity and all that stuff during fight cancer. I mean, I'm not knocking the charity, but I do knock the fact that they stopped the game for 5 minutes during this bit. That's where people should complain. They stopped the game for 5 minutes for the Stand Up to Cancer thing, and then they stopped the game for another 5 minutes in the seventh inning for God Bless America. Which, seriously, if the baseball commission just happened to be watching this video, please stop the God Bless America bit. Please stop doing it. Because, first of all, the song is horrible, number one, in my opinion. But, regardless of my opinion, the song is terrible. And it delays the game for at least 5 minutes, because they have to stop the game, have whoever sings the song comes out on the field. They have to put hook up the microphone to the PA system and they sing it. And then they have to have, take me out to the ball game, and just delays it even longer. And we want to speed up the game. Get rid of the God Bless America bit. Let's get rid of it. It will speed up the game for about 5 minutes. This is a hell of a lot longer than the intentional walk bit they're doing now. But getting off the main subject, Joe Buck is horrible. He's a horrible announcer. Especially when he announced football with Troy Aikman, he's all over. He's giving them blowjobs. Joe Buck is literally giving blowjobs to Troy Aikman. Now he has to give blowjobs to Tony Romo. I wonder if he would do that this year. Giving blowjobs to Tony Romo in the booth, because they got rid of Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman is going to be in the NFL studios now, but he is horrible and he sucks. He should just get off the air. And please like this video because I want Joe Buck off the air. He is horrible. He sucks. And I can't stand his whining anymore about the length of these baseball games where he doesn't complain about NFL games taking forever. You can't complain about baseball when you don't complain about football taking forever. You have to complain about both sports. If you don't do it, you have zero credibility as a sports announcer. Zero. So Joe Buck, fuck you. Get the hell off the air now. And Fox Sports, fire his candy ass right now. Fire him. He is awful. He sucks. Get his ass off the air. So that's my rant on Joe Buck. Please click on the video. Please rate it. Feel free to comment on. Please subscribe to my channel. And please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my videos on my YouTube channel. RallyC.com. That's OWDY. C.com. There's a homepage of the Rally Reviewer. Chris Lee Moore. You can check out all of his videos on his website as well. Thanks for watching and catch you next time.